What's up, friends? Welcome back to 9 3/4. It's Carissa here, and I'm super excited to be bringing you this video, this collaboration 2.0 with one of my best friends here on YouTube, Alyssa A.K.A. Celtic Fairy Tarot. And thank you, Alyssa, so much for doing this with me. As you can tell by the title, this is messages from the Fae, what the Fae want you to know. And just jumping right on in, I know some people don't realize that the Fae includes more than just fairies. I wanted to really highlight the fact that the Fae includes creatures of all sorts. This includes elves, goblins, gnomes, green man, green maid, green maiden, all sorts of creatures. And it's just really incredible energy. It also can be dark energy as well, but we are just definitely tapping into the more lighter side of things. So just so you're not just so you're aware, okay, we're keeping it light here on the channel. But yes, today's reading was quite different. I definitely tapped into my mediumship and channeled in the beginning of each reading. And so it's a little bit different, but we also, of course, read from the cards and things like that. But jumping on in, if you're coming from Celtic Fairy Tarot's channel, welcome. I'm excited to have you here. Thank you for being here. If you're from my channel, don't forget to go ahead and check out Alyssa's channel as well, Celtic Fairy Tarot. I'm going to go ahead and drop her link to her video down below, so please go ahead and check her out, and don't forget to give her a subscribe as well. But you guys, she's absolutely amazing. I love her. She's an incredible channeler and medium, as well as a reader. So if you haven't checked her out already, please go ahead and do so. I absolutely love her energy and her vibe. And we clicked right off the bat. So if you enjoy things here, you're going to absolutely love her over there as well. So go ahead and check her out, and please give her a subscribe. But I also wanted to really quickly shout out someone else that really inspires the both of us here on YouTube. Her name is Chloe Taylor. We absolutely love Chloe, and just wanted to give her a shout out, saying thank you for inspiring us and just being a light here. I know I've shouted out Chloe before in one of my videos previously, but she just really is someone who encourages me personally to step into, she always says, step into your authenticity and let it really shine through. So that's something I really want to also encourage all of you to do as well. And if you haven't checked her out, if you don't know who she is, I'm going to drop her channel down below as well, so please go ahead and check her out. She's absolutely amazing. She's a great reader as well. But yes, I absolutely love Chloe Taylor. I just wanted to show her some love. We both wanted to show her, Alyssa and I wanted to show her some love here on our collab videos. So please go ahead and check out Chloe Taylor. She has a podcast as well too. So, but without further ado, you guys, let's jump into your group selections. We have 4 groups for you to choose from today, and I've gone ahead and went out into my yard, with the exception of a couple things here, and picked some things from my garden. Well, not garden, but my yard. I don't have a green thumb, you guys, so I did my best. But anyways, we have group 1 here with this succulent that has started to die off from my plant here, as you can see. So this is group 1. Then group 2, we have this avocado that has fallen off my tree. In group 3, you have some flowers here from my tree in the front of my yard. In group 4, you have this orange calcite bee, because actually the tree in front of my yard has a ton of bees, and I've been seeing so many bees lately. It's actually been a symbol for me a lot lately as well, so I really wanted to highlight that here. Pause the video here and take all the time you need to pick the group that you feel called to the most, and I will drop the timestamps down below, and you go ahead and, of course, you know the drill. I will meet you at your reading, guys. What's up, everyone? Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Succulent, I'm going to go ahead and put your plant there so you can still see it. We're going to reveal your card right now, and we're also going to pull more of these, by the way, at the end. But yours says, the green man, oh my gosh, the green fae speak to you. Let them guide you to safety. It's a beautiful card to start with. I'm going to also put that there for now, but we're going to channel a little bit. These are your pre-shuffled oracles, by the way. But before I start pulling some tarot cards, I do want to start channeling just a little bit before we get into your reading. So, spirit guides and angels, tap me into the fae, please. What do you want group 1 to know? What do you want group 1 to know? So, I feel like they really want you to know that there's an energy here of holding on to things that don't serve you anymore for too long. I feel like you maybe have been holding on to something that you could have let go of or released for quite some time, and you maybe held on to it for a bit too long. And for some of us, it could be like an attachment to this thing, whether it be something material or a relationship of some sort. It could be a place even, but it just feels like we were not ready to let go of it, but understanding that sometimes we need to let go of something that is kind of like dead weight in order for something new to grow, and understanding that we need to make room for that new thing to grow, by letting go of something that is not serving us, something that is just you know, just taking up space, dying, you know, kind of like this Succulent was. It was just not surviving anymore, and what is the word, heating the growth of the rest of the plant, which is you. So there's kind of that energy coming through right off the bat, about your growth, and it's really just about nurturing the rest of you, the rest of your soul, or where you are in your journey, and understanding that it's okay to let go of things that are not serving you. Maybe like this could have been something that you started, like a project or something like that, and you put in a lot of time and energy, but then you realize that maybe it wasn't for you anymore, and you feel guilt surrounding that, you know, why you wasted this time and effort and all of that. And maybe that's why it was taking you so long to let go of it. And it's just understanding that you don't need to feel any guilt. You had to try and understand that you are still learning all of these things, and you're taking lessons from these, from what you've gone through and things like that. You've grown from these opportunities. You've met people through these opportunities or these places or these relationships, and you know, it's not, there are no regrets, basically. And it's that understanding that this is part of the growth process. So I feel like that's a big message coming through, right off the bat. So let's get started here with your tarot cards. Draw some tarot cards before I lay out. Yeah, I feel like I feel like they're really coming through and saying focusing on the future, looking ahead, and don't look so hard at the things that maybe didn't work out, things like that. I feel like they're making me look at my plant like, oh, I messed up, you know. Don't beat yourself up. It's more about nurturing nurturing what you still have and things like that. So will the Fae please come through, and what do you want group 1 to know, please? The Queen of Coins in reverse. The Emperor. Sorry for the glare, guys. Will the Fae please come through? What do you want group 1 to know, please? What does the Fae want group 1 to know? I'm going to take this 5 of coins. What does the Fae want group 1 to know? Oh my gosh. This deck is really big, guys. Sorry. What does the Fae want group 1 to know? 2 of coins. Whoa. Ah. I think that was a message for you. I'm going to move this down just a little bit. I'm going to put your card here for now. Hopefully you can still see her. Actually, I think I still have space if I left her there. Can you still see? Yeah. Okay. So. Okay, group 1. Let's reveal these as well. We have 5, clear out the old, yeah. Also have 49, willing release. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. You also have 18, stimulation, chilly. This is also Aries energy as well. So if you resonate with Aries, take that as confirmation. If not, don't worry about it. And we also have, this is the Earth Star Chakra, which I believe is this one right here. One below the root chakra. Number 3, nurturing. Okay, group 1. This is definitely that energy that we were talking about when I was channeling for you. And it's just about you guys understanding that there's so much beauty beyond the door here, beyond what you may have been holding on to for so long, and recognizing that one door closing is just another door opening, I feel like. And I don't know if you can see this card here, but there's a little keyhole right there. Hopefully my camera will focus on that. And beyond that is another beautiful world opening up, and I feel like it's like this another world, like hello. And it's recognizing that you guys are essentially clearing out what is not for you, like we were talking about, right? Releasing thoughts and feelings. You see how this person here is blindfolded. It's making me think of like the 8 of Swords in this tarot deck, where, not this particular tarot deck, but in general, where the person is blindfolded, surrounded by swords, and they think they're trapped by their thoughts and anxieties and their fears and things like that. It's kind of making me feel like, think of that card, and those feelings that you get where you feel like you're trapped there and you can't move forward. And really, it's just about you releasing those thoughts and those fears that are not serving you, and letting go of certain, not just those thoughts and feelings, but also, like I said, material things, the people, places, things that are just not serving you where you are. But also recognizing that you are where you are because of where you've been, if that makes sense. you know, you would not be where you are without making the choices that you've made. And so there, that's what I was talking about. There are no regrets, right? And you have, where one door closes, another one opens, and this new door opening for you with this, the world card here, means like you're closing another door and a new chapter is opening up for you, which is so amazing. And so that's why this card is so beautiful in itself. It's talking about clearing out the old because new things are coming. And while you're clearing out the old, you're taking forward with you the beauty and the wisdom that you've accumulated. And I don't know if you can see just how beautiful this card really is. You know, you have the rose here, you have all of this rainbow here, miracles coming through, and the sun is shining through back here. So it's just about these new beginnings coming through as well. You have the owl here representing all that wisdom coming in, from everything that you've learned, lessons, like I've said, from the past and what you've been through, your current experiences and all of that. And just understanding that with this blindfold, you have what it takes inside of you, your intuition. And I feel like you may be feeling like blocked by it for some reason. You might be feeling like, you know, you can't really trust yourself. There's this part of you where you might not be feeling as confident as you normally would. And so the fae are coming through today, because I don't feel like it's fairies. I really do feel like this energy coming through is, because honestly, they're not showing themselves, but the energy I feel, it feels much more burly, like it could be like the Green Man, honestly, coming through, because it does feel more masculine of an energy. So I was going to think more like the Green Man, or it could be more goblin or dwarf energy, because dwarves are very hardworking as well. Um, but this is just about you finding the courage and the inner strength to face your fears with confidence, like this card says, and also nurturing your own self to understand that you don't need to feel bad about the things that have gone wrong in this path, or the things that you may have not accomplished on this path, and just understand that this was not for you, you know. Rejection is for your protection. I just heard that. So I'm not saying like you got rejected, but maybe some of you have for whatever reason. But what I'm saying is that this didn't work out for your own good. This is happening for you and not to you. And understanding that, you know, it's time for you to heal. And also, you've been calling for this time for you to really nurture and just release with these, what are these called again? Are these, I think these are dandelions, right? Where you blow on them, you make a wish. And this is just about you making that wish. And I'm not saying like wishful thinking or anything like that, but I am saying that it's about you understanding in hope and faith, and that renewal of energy, where you can believe in something again, where you can see the magic in things again, where you can feel like not in this depressive state, you know, where you are just like, oh, well, I suck, you know. It feels kind of like glass half empty, pessimistic feelings. And it's just about switching up the way that you are looking at things. It's getting back into the action, yeah, with this Four of Swords in reverse behind that. I'm just curious what's here. Yeah, it's getting back on your game and just getting back into the grind, you know. And I feel like it's just firing up that passion inside of you and going for it, taking forward with this inspired action, and just really making a way toward the things that you want to do, and also being mindful of taking on too much, because we need to balance out this energy of working and nurturing, because if we don't, we will drop the ball on things. And if you notice this, my Palo Santo stick just tumbled forward, and I feel like that was one of the Fae creatures pushing it forward to let you know, like, hey, you need to take a step back and also rest, because you will end up dropping the ball on something. You will burn out. And so with this chili stimulation card here coming through as well, it's very Aries energy. You actually have it twice, Aries energy here coming through with the Emperor here. I do feel like, so if you're an Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or you just have a lot of placements, take that as confirmation. And if not, don't worry about it. Like I said, if you don't know, we all embody all of the zodiac signs in our personality traits, whether we have them in our charts or not. I'm a firm believer in that. At some point or another, we just don't necessarily have them charted in our charts, if that makes sense. So, you know, take that as you will. I hope that made sense. But anyway, what was I going to say before I went on that tangent? With this chili card, it's basically talking about you focusing instead on this energy here about, you know, like all the things that went wrong. It's now about looking at what you really want to work on in terms of your passion. You know, step up and work on the things that really fire you up, and make sure it's what fires you up and not fires someone else up, because I feel like that's why it didn't work out this last time. That maybe if you really sit down and reflect on what went wrong and is this really what you wanted, the answer probably is no, it's not really what you wanted. This particular seed didn't plant properly because it wasn't your seed to plant, if that makes sense. And that's kind of the energy that I'm feeling coming through and what I'm hearing. It's like it wasn't yours to plant, and it wasn't yours to sprout. That's a really weird way to hear things, but I guess that's how they're saying it. It wasn't yours, it was someone else's one. So also with this feather here, I feel like you're also very protected, highly protected by your guides, by your ancestors, your spirit angels, your guardian angels, and things like that. So that's another thing to come through. It just really reiterates this as well. The green face speak to you, let them guide you to safety, you're safe. And I feel like that's a really big message coming through for you as well, group 1. So I feel like it's just a really big energy about you understanding, like, you know, take this as a win, because this would have made you unhappy in the long run because it wasn't your passion deep down inside to do this particular thing. It wasn't, you know, whatever this was. And I feel like a lot of you, this could have been work related, just because all of the pentacles coming through, or in this deck it's called coins. But it definitely could be a relationship that your heart just wasn't in. But like I said, for a lot of you, I do feel like this was definitely something that had to do with work or your career, or this could have been like a business related thing, or something like that. So I do feel like that is what message is coming through for you from the Fae, is that, you know, recognizing that you're holding on to something that you're not supposed to hold on to. Stop clutching onto it for dear life and really let it go. You know, let it go, because it's dying because it didn't plant properly. It wasn't your seed to plant, and it wasn't planted properly to begin with, which is why you have this Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Coins here in the reverse. And that is just, you know, it's time for you to shut that door and move forward and move on to the next. Take that wisdom, take that passion, and put it towards something that you are truly passionate about. You have the courage inside of you to face whatever you have going forward. This also, 18 is the star in tarot, so it's even more so that faith and that hope and renewal energy coming through as well. And then 49 condenses to 13, which is a very lucky number for me in particular. Even more luck with that feather energy. I feel like a lot of lucky energy surrounding you. It further condenses to 4, which is more emperor energy, taking that disciplined action, having more structure and, like I said, discipline, authority, making a schedule. That might be something that will be really helpful for you as well. Sticking to a plan, things like that will be really helpful in terms of getting you on the right path again. But again, there is this energy here too that you need to really balance things out with this masculine energy coming through, because there is this need for you to heal within yourself. Give yourself some self-love, that self-care, and really nurture yourself, ground yourself, and allow yourself to heal, because when, you know, something is broken and let's go, we do need to nurture the plant. You know, we need to make sure it gets enough water and sunlight and all of that good stuff. So I feel like that's another message coming through. Make sure you really nurture yourself and take care of yourself as well. So I do want to finish off with more of these messages from the Fae. I love these little message cards, so we're going to get more of them. Whoops. Okay. What do the Fae want group 1 to know? Advice. Oh. We have to the Greenwood. Seek comfort and acceptance. Seek comfort. Why can't I talk? Seek comfort and acceptance. Be kind to yourself. So I definitely feel like this is all about you really allowing yourself to give yourself that care, that compassion, because I feel like you might be beating yourself up way too much for whatever this was. She of the mossy bray. Not all things are as they seem. Trust in your intuition. Exactly what we were saying earlier. Trust in your intuition. This card is really cute, so I want it to focus. There you go. Definitely trusting in your intuition, allowing it to guide you, and not just like listening to what everybody wants you to do. You know, what do you want to do? We also have Owl Song. Whisper secrets to the moonlight. Find strength in stillness. And we have the owl there popping up again. And see how still this person is in this card too. So I feel like that's another thing, is like for you to hear what you need to, and to connect with what is inside of you, like your intuition, your passion, things like that. I think for you to rest and be still and really ground yourself, I think connecting with nature and being outside will really help as well. We also have the Sentinel. New opportunities shall manifest in unexpected ways. Exactly. By you walking away and this new door opening, you're going to see the opportunities present themselves to you, and you're going to understand that all of these things are happening for you and not to you. Let me get one more, please. We have the Soothsayer. Travel the road seldom taken. Yeah, so don't be afraid to do something just because not many people do it. You know, in your back of the deck, Mandrake Spirit, keep yourself rooted in the earth. Spring is coming. Dream deep. Exactly. What was I saying? Ground yourself. Oh my gosh, please. There you go. Ground yourself for sure. And I have my Mandrake root right here too. So ground yourself. Dream big. They're saying to really dream big and understand that you're worthy of this. And this is just not, this is another door opening, another big opportunity coming your way. And this is part of your growth process. You have a lot of 3 energies as well. The world kind of is to 3. This is a 3. So that's all about growth and expansion. You have a lot of 5s as well with this 5 here. You have a 5 here as well. So 5 is a number for me, all about change, also about challenges, which we all know what we talked about here was is a challenge. And so it's just knowing that you have the ability to overcome these challenges and take this on head on. And you also have 4, so I think you're in the midst of things, of starting this new thing, and you're going to just overcome it, you know. So that is what I have for you, group 1. This is just an amazing thing for you coming through from the fate. And like I said, it feels like it could be actually the green man. I feel like coming through to tell you that, I'm sorry, the green maid. Oh my gosh, did I say the green man? The green maid, excuse me, coming through. And I feel like this is something that is going to just be blossoming so much amazing opportunities for you, and it's just the beginning, you guys. So I'm really excited for you, and that's where I'm going to leave your reading. Please go ahead and check out the Celtic Fairy Tarot's video if you haven't already. Again, I will drop her link down below, and make sure you check out her reading for you to see what other messages you have. Again, she's magical and amazing with what she does, and that is where I'm going to leave it. So please go ahead and smash the like button and comment down below what you enjoyed. I really appreciate it. Also, go ahead and subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I'm also going to be linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our family over there. We have exclusive pick a card readings and exclusive zodiac prediction readings, which I'll be dropping at the end of the month. And that's not available here on YouTube, so I'll be happy to have you there as well. Thank you guys so much for watching and liking and subscribing and commenting. I appreciate you all so much, and I will see you guys soon. Bye. What's up, group 2? If you chose this avocado, welcome to your reading. I'm gonna put him right there. Now I'm gonna reveal your card now. Let's see what we got here. We got the Fairy Harper. Find the words to long forgotten songs and dance to the music in your soul. I love this. Alright, I'm going to put your card right here. And before we get into this channel, I'm going to channel a little bit. I'm going to try to tap into some mediumship now and see what we can get here. I'm going to just grab this. My celestial quartz here and see what we can get. Tap me into the Fae. What does the Fae want group 2 to know, please? So group 2, I feel like your group in particular really wants you to play and have a little more fun. I also feel like it's just about you getting more inspired and inspiring others. With this Fairy Harper card coming through, I just feel like your group is more about you. I'm just getting visions of these, I want to say they're nymphs dancing around the trees. When I picked up this avocado, ironically, I have a ton of little baby avocados that just dropped out of my tree. They always drop out of my tree. I just picked up one of the more greener ones off the ground that weren't probably the nicest one that I found, actually, for your group. And there's a ton of them, and for me, I always notice that I know a lot of rings of mushrooms around trees indicate a lot of fairy presences and like pixies and things like that, but I don't know what avocados. Maybe avocados are also a thing, you know, or fruit type things in general, but I also just feel like I'm just feeling like going to somewhere to get your inspiration or inspiring other people as well, finding that spark inside of you. I think that you're being called to do that. And just there's also Sky's sign. I don't know if you can hear her, she's under my desk. Speaking of Sky, there's just a vision of Grandmother Willow singing in my head. So I feel like this is a call for you to really give yourself some unconditional love and find that voice within to really be open and receiving that unconditional love. Whenever I think of Pocahontas, I think of that exact thing, unconditional love. And regardless of, you know, who we are and things like that, it's just about us, like I said, being open to give and receive that unconditional love. And it doesn't matter where we come from or where we've been and things like that. If the love is there, the love is there, and we just need to be open to receive it and be open to, you know, experience it and show others that we can have this. And I think that you're going to inspire other people to new things and new experiences as well by being your true authentic self in the way that Pocahontas did. And I know that's not like the moral of the story necessarily, but that's just kind of the message that's coming through for you guys right now. With this Fairy Harbor, it's calling something for your soul to be doing. And I feel like it's just something that, you know, maybe a passion that you've forgotten about, something that's just been calling for you to do, something that you've been pushing back to the side because maybe you feel ashamed by it, or feel like, you know, people don't do that, or, you know, this is not something for me, or something that people don't necessarily do, or, you know, no one's going to think that's a good idea. But, you know, it doesn't matter what other people think. It matters what you think and what lights you up, and that's, you're going to be the one who paves the way and inspires people, you know. It's that energy. It's like you have this uniqueness about you, and I think that that's what the Fae really wants you to see. You know, it's about you being unapologetically you and shining that light. And I think, you know, when I see the nymphs dancing around the tree, they're not thinking about anybody watching them, or, you know, anything like that. They're just doing their thing. So let's take a look here at what else comes through. We have, let's take one at a time. We have this one coming through, the Star in reverse, and we also had the Nine of Cups in reverse. And we also have the Two of Coins. Alright, that was quick. We also have the World. I can hear my daughter laughing. Your back of the deck is the Empress. Yeah, you guys, so I feel like that makes a lot of sense, you guys. Okay. We have 38, Acceptance of Love. This is such a beautiful card. You have number 7, Passion. Gratitude. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. 31, Call of the Muse. And 24, Listening. This is your throat chakra. Beautiful. All right. So you guys, I feel like you definitely have this energy of listening to the call, listening and opening up that ear of yours. My ear is actually ringing right now, and it's just you hearing this song as well. The song of your soul and your heart, and what you truly desire, and your passions, and what inspires you to inspire others. And I'm not saying to lead your life to inspire others, but by you finding what sparks that passion within yourself, you're going to be living a life that's truly one that inspires you and lights your soul on fire. And by you being and stepping into that light, and what sparks that light inside of you, and just being your authentic self, you are going to inspire so many people. You're listening to the call of the muse, but you're also being the call of the muse to other people in that same sense. So what I'm saying here is that, like, I feel like for a lot of you, like I said, you were just maybe like you were not able to really see that passion and that hope in whatever this particular thing was. And I feel like your outlook on this particular thing has been dimmed. Like somebody either put a damper on it, like, oh no, people don't do that, this is not something conventional, things like that. I'm just curious what's here. Six of Cups. This might be something like in childhood that maybe has stemmed back in the day, like where you just, this might have been a dream of yours like a long time ago, and somebody really put a damper on it, or maybe you tried and it didn't work out at the first time. But it's really just about you understanding that, you know, just because something didn't work out the first time doesn't mean it's not going to work out ever, or with someone else, or, you know, there's like other things at play here that you're not seeing. And I think that's what the message coming through here is, that you forgot what really sparked your soul. And it's this energy of you lost faith in something that really inspired you before. And I think like you're looking at the cup half empty, and you're just kind of in this energy of like, oh, it's not going to work out. It's this pessimistic energy here. And it's just, you need to understand that you are someone who leads life in such a unique and special way, where you are able to give love and accept love so freely. And I think people tend to take advantage of you in that way. And sometimes people tell you like, no, you shouldn't do that, or no, you shouldn't do that. And I think that you also get in your head about it, and you might even like allow people to walk all over you. It sort of feels like you can tend to be a people pleaser. And I think that that part of you is just it feels like you're a lot, it feels like you kind of you let other people be the world, you know, like you let the world revolve around them, when really it's about you. This is about you letting the world revolve around you for a little bit, letting you understand that this is your time to focus on you and build the life that you need to do. Nurture yourself, nurture the things that you're going after, and really embody this energy of receiving love from other people. Understand that you are someone who has given love out to so many other people. It's time that you start accepting love from other people. Start listening to the the love and advice that you give out to other people. Start listening to messages that you've been asking, advice that you've been asking for. Maybe you've been praying and asking for guidance from your guides and your angels and things like that. But it's time that you actually sit still and you actually listen to that advice come through, because I feel like you haven't really been doing that. The fairy harbor is coming through and saying like you need to actually listen to the advice and the guidance that you've been asking for, because you're not hearing it. You're so good at giving out love. It's time for you to actually receive it and accept it and give it back to yourself. It's not that you're not someone who's so loving. It's that you're having a hard time receiving it back. You're having a hard time understanding that, you know, you are thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents, you need to also take advantage of those opportunities by going for those opportunities for yourself. It's not selfish for you to go after those opportunities and seize those opportunities for yourself. It's not selfish for you to say no and put boundaries in place for you to do something for you. It's not selfish for you to do that, okay? And if people get offended by you doing that, it's only because you're not doing something for them anymore, and it's selfish for them to think that, you know, you're not doing it for them anymore. That's on them, not you, okay? That's something that's really coming through here. It's about you doing something for you and your soul. And I think that's what the nymphs want you to do. They want you to listen to that voice, listen to the music that calls to your soul, listen to what your heart really needs and your passion. And it's really that energy coming through. Listen and trust your soul, because the answers are coming from within you. And some of the messages may come through songs, they might come through some conversations that you hear through like strangers in passing, and like something that's like words might catch your ear. Like really pay attention to those as well. And this also might be someone trying to really express their feelings for you, and you're just not listening as well. With this acceptance of love and passion coming through, it's like really listen to somebody who's trying to express their feelings for you, and you might not be seeing it as well. So with the world here, it's about also closing off this chapter of you always self-sacrificing for other people and not giving it to yourself, because it's time for you to start this new abundant life for you. Because I feel like it's time for you to dance the dance of your life, your path, okay? Because I think that it's time that you start eating the fruit of your own bearing. Stop giving it all away, okay? That's like the big thing coming through here. You're giving away all your avocados. You've got none left for yourself. And you're starting to see everyone else, you know, have their happiness, have their dreams come true, and have all of their stars, you know, wish upon a star is happening. And you're like sitting here like, what's going on? Where's mine? You know, you're juggling all of these things, and you're seeing like the ups and downs of things, and you're just not seeing it happen for you. And it's like, well, okay. And I think that you just really need to understand it's about you putting boundaries in place for other people and listening to yourself. Listen to what sparks you, and just really protect yourself as well. With this vial here, I feel like you just need to have protection in place for you, in terms of like putting boundaries in place for people who are draining you of your energy and taking advantage of you, things like that. So that's like a really big thing coming through for you, group 2. I just feel like, yeah. I do want to say too, like there could be somebody from your past coming back in, and be careful with Mercury retrograde happening right now, that this might be an ex coming back to try to come back into your life. Again, this is your free will, but there is that energy coming through here. But that is something that I'm picking up on as well. But I do want to get into the messages from the Fae coming in, just about you being open to receive love from other people, open to receiving the opportunities that are presenting itself to you, because you're giving it away to everyone else, and it's just eating away at your soul and your happiness and your growth. And it's about you stepping into this Empress energy and receiving it for you, you know? So let's see what other messages we can get from the Fae. I feel like singing and dancing, listening to music is really going to be helpful for you as well, in terms of getting guidance and what you need, inspiration, things like that. Because there's a lot of this energy coming out of the Muse card as well, where you have the opportunity to create something abundant for yourself, something inspiring. So let's see. Messages from the Fae for group 2, please. Messages from the Fae for group. Oh my gosh. You have a lot of love coming out. Okay, we're gonna just. That was too many. Okay, let's try that again. Messages from the Fae, please, for group 2. Just the Fae want group 2 to know? Here we go. We have, what does that say? Green Witch. Connect to the spirits and energy of your local landscape. Seek enchantment. So I feel like you connecting to nature around you will really inspire you and get you to feel like get you to feel that inspiration around you by connecting to nature, things around you, in your local area. We have Owl Song. Whisper secrets to the moonlight. Find strength in stillness. Definitely. By being still, being calm, and like really being able to listen, you know, sit still and listen. What do the Fae want group 2 to know? We have the Northwood Fae. Take time for hibernation and healing. Oh, please focus. Oh, there we go. So yeah, allow yourself to really rest, you guys, because I feel like rest. Allow yourself to heal and give yourself that self-love, because you need to be open to receiving that love and nurturing and self-care. What do the Fae want group 2 to know? What do the Fae want group 2 to know? We have the Silent One. Watch the shifting shadows and be a caretaker of silence. Yeah, stop giving your energy away to those who are always like seeking you out, you know? This is about you taking care of the things that are just being still and around you, meaning like doing the shadow work, you know? I feel like this is about you looking within and taking care of what's within you. The Spirit Familiar. Seek loving connections and cherish friendships. So this is really about those who are truly there for you. This is about those who are truly the ones that are unconditionally there for you, the loving connections and the deep friendships that are not just draining you, who are reciprocating that love to you and not just taking advantage, you know. And you're back in the deck with the Soothsayer. Travel the world, seldom taken. So that's what I was talking about with you and this. Maybe you had an opportunity that, you know, people were saying that's not something that you should be doing, it's not a good idea, people don't do that, you know, something that was unconventional that, you know, people were just putting you down for, and you're like, no, maybe I shouldn't do that. And like, this is a nod to you going after whatever it is that you want to do despite whatever people are saying, because if it feels right for you in your soul and it's really something that you're passionate about and it feels right for you, okay, go for it. Go for it, because you're always going to look back and you're going to say like, why didn't I try? You know, you're never going to regret trying something, but you will regret not trying, you know. At least if you tried, you can say I tried and you learned from it. And if you didn't try, you're going to always be like, what if, you know? And I feel like that's a big thing coming through for you. You guys really need to put up those boundaries and give that love to yourself and receive it from those who want to give it to you. You know what I mean? And just be open to that, because you have this unique way of being such a bright light to other people and giving that love so freely to other people. And I'm not saying to cut off that love, because you give it so freely and it's such a beautiful energy about you, and that's what makes you guys so unique and so powerful. And I think that's what also will draw the right opportunities to you as well. I feel like you're going to draw in the right connections and the right opportunities, like I said, by being that true, authentic, loving soul that you are. But what I am saying is that recognize and trust your intuition when it comes to seeing those who are just draining you and taking advantage of you, and putting in those boundaries and putting in, you know, those no's, because you're allowed to put in those boundaries and say no to people who are just taking and taking and taking, because that's not okay. All right. But that's a huge message. That's a huge message coming through for you guys. To really listen to your soul, listen to some music, and just dance and sing and play and just remember that forgotten song that has been calling you to go back and follow that passion within you and step into that light. Okay, so I hope that all brought you some guidance and what you needed to hear today from the Fae. And don't forget to also check out the Celtic Fairy Tarot's reading as well on her channel, which I will be dropping down below if you haven't already watched her video or her reading for you guys as well. Check it out. She's amazing, magical. I love her so much. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Please go ahead and smash the like button and comment down below to let me know what you enjoyed. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. And I will also be linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our family over there, where we have our exclusive pick a card and extended readings, as well as our exclusive monthly zodiac predictions, which I will be dropping at the end of the month. So those are not available here on YouTube, but I'll be happy to have you guys over there. So exciting. And thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, subscribing here. I am so happy to have you. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you guys in the most way. I'm excited for everything happening. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you again so much, Alyssa, for collaborating with me. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. What's up, group 3? If you chose the flowers, they did not survive very long once I picked them. Welcome to your reading. I'm going to put them over there. We're going to reveal your card now as we tap into the energy of the Fae for your group. Your card is the Green Man. Embrace your wildness. Ironically, another group had the Green Maid, and I mistaken for the Green Man. It says, embrace your wildness. I love this so much. Okay, so let's see. Tap me into the energy of the Fae, please. Tap me into the energy of the Fae for group number 3. What does the Fae want group 3 to know? What does the Fae want group 3 to know? So group 3, I feel like you guys need to really just tap into your energy of your hopes. And I feel like with the flowers here, it's just about you guys embracing your wild side, you know, tapping into the energy of your growth and picking these wildflowers. I feel like it's just about you guys stepping into your power, taking your power back and just letting it go wild, setting it free and just embracing all that you are. And also just while doing that, letting it roam free in terms of chasing after your dreams. I feel like it's just about letting it mesh together in terms of going forward in pursuit of that, in pursuit of what makes you happy, in pursuit of what sets your soul on fire, and trusting that, you know, things are going to start lining up for you in terms of like people coming into your life. I feel like with these flowers, I picked 3 different flowers for you guys, by the way, 2 of which are not actual like what people consider to be, you know, flower plants. 2 of them are weeds and 1 is an actual flower from a flower bush, like a tree. So what I mean to say here is like, you never know who you're going to collaborate with, who you're going to come into union with, who you're going to become friends with and join forces with. And I feel like it's just about you understanding that things are going to line up and you're going to meet all the right people and all the right times, and it's just going to come together in the way that it's meant to, and trusting that everything is happening for you, you know, and you're being guided in that way, as long as you step into who you truly are and let that true authentic part of you free, aligning yourself with your dreams and who you are. And that marriage of that, you know, will really accelerate you on this pathway of where you need to go, and trusting that the universe has your back and you're co-creating and you're on this pathway to where you need to go. So let's see what else we can get from before we get into your pre-shuffled oracles. I'm gonna just get some tarot cards out for you as well. This deck is giant, so it's really hard to shuffle like this. Like, I can barely hold it like this. So let's just, oh, I actually did it, guys. I actually did it. Okay, I don't think I can do it again. So let's see. Group 3. What does the Fae want Group 3 to know? We have the Ace of Wands. What does the Fae want Group 3 to know? What does the Fae... Whoa. Too many. What does the Fae... We have the Ten of Wands reversed. What does the Fae... That was quick. Seven of Wands. Okay, lots of passion here. What does the Fae want Group 3 to know? What does the Fae... We have the Star. Beautiful. I like that a lot. Group 3. Okay, and you have the Queen of Coins at the back of your deck. Beautiful. Okay. I feel like we're crooked. There we go. It's a little better. Is that my camera that's crooked? Because I feel like I'm straight. Okay, guys. So now your pre-shuffled oracles. We have 48, Hope and Happiness. I love that. What did I just say? 11, in perfect harmony. Exactly. 21, Trust. Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And then we have 26, Dreams, which is your third eye and crown chakra. Sorry, Group 3, my microphone died, so no idea where it died. We're just going to start from the top. Your message from the Fae is basically what we were channeling in the beginning, all about you highlighting your dreams and your what lights your soul on fire. It's about you stepping into your true authentic self and setting that free, aligning it with what you want to do and letting that guide you on your path and on your journey, and trusting that the universe will then bring you to where you need to go, and to people, and bringing people to you, on along that journey as well, and allowing you to see then where you need to go along that path. So I hope that wasn't confusing, but as long as you step into who you truly believe that you are, your authentic self, and letting that really truly shine through, and basically releasing your wildness, as this green man said, embracing your wildness and letting that shine through, and you know, you're then going to also inspire yourself and just unleash basically what it is that really lights you on fire, what it is that you truly want to do, the spark of passion that's inside of you, and just unburden yourself from these responsibilities and these obligations that you've been holding on to that really weren't serving you. These obligations and responsibilities that have been burdening you and bogging you down and really making you feel like weren't for you, and just ultimately draining your energy, draining your vessel, and I feel like has been just taking away from your energy, taking away from your time, taking away from what you are and who you are and what you are trying to achieve in this world. It's about you making this change. Understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement, and that you need to actively want to make this change in order for this thing to grow. Look at how this basil plant is growing, right? That's you sprouting and understanding, trusting that the universe wants to co-create with you. The fairy want to co-create with you as well, and are trying to help you understand that you are on this path and on this journey to align with your true self and your higher self and what it is that you're meant to be doing. Not only are you trying to align with what it is that you're meant to be doing, but who you are meant to be. And that is who you truly are on the inside, and just bringing that out to the surface so that everyone else can see it as well. And by doing that, you're going to start attracting and magnetizing toward you people and opportunities that are going to open doors for you, people and opportunities that are going to be meant for you and bringing you higher to where you need to go. And with with people coming into your life, I feel like these are people who are going to help collaborate with you in terms of growing whatever this is, and just teamwork. I keep hearing teamwork makes the dream work. With the perfect harmony card coming out here. Relationships, just helping you bring you out of your shell and be your authentic self. I feel like they're going to inspire you to truly reignite parts of you that you didn't recognize were there, or maybe were in the shadows, and like just like these stars are going to really start sparkling inside of you. They're going to just start highlighting parts of you that you didn't realize were there anymore, or maybe parts of you that you didn't realize like that you enjoyed, or you just forgot about. So I feel like that's something that's really coming through here. You've been fighting for so long, for other people, and I feel like you've been, again, doing so many things for other people in terms of like taking on responsibilities and burdens for others, that you are finally in this time where you need to trust that you need to put more effort into harmony and relationships and connections that are better serving you and what it is that you are trying to do and who you're trying to be. It's also this energy here about paying attention to your dreams, because that's a big part of the path that you're meant to be on right now. So I'm hearing bells chiming, and I think that that's a really, I think that that's something that might be a message for you too. I don't know if like you might want to hang a wind chime by a tree or by your window for the day, as like a thank you or whatever. But I just think chimes in general, maybe music might be very helpful for you as well, in terms of getting you to be in harmony with yourself and also just in tune with your dreams. Like I said, I feel like your dreams are just a really big part of your path and your journey, and just getting into alignment with that in terms of you shifting into this change and making sure you're on the right path here. You may see more butterflies as well, in terms of like particularly white butterflies. I feel like I know this is not necessarily something that you see very often. Normally you probably see monarch butterflies, but white butterflies are the more smaller ones. I don't know what the exact name is, or white birds might be another significant sign for you to pay attention to things around you, or how you're feeling. Messages might be important as well coming through. But there's a lot of energy of you going through a lot of growth happening with you have 3 and 3 coming through, and I think that's a big message for you as well. Beginning on this cycle and these new beginnings coming through. Master number 11, it's just all about your new beginnings and taking on this role for yourself. So I feel like that's a big thing for you. But group, 3. This is amazing energy. I just feel like it's just about highlighting your highlighting who you truly are and your authenticity, and just letting that shine and guide you through this way, and letting your passion guide you in terms of where you need to go next. You know, just picture this Ace of Wands card. Normally you just see a hand holding a wand, but it's you holding the wand here in this picture, and steering where it is that you need to go, and being in perfect harmony with the universe, being in perfect harmony with yourself, being in perfect harmony with other people in your life, not just your family, your friends, your coworkers, romantic relationships, should that be something in your future or happening in your life right now, currently, you know. All of these things are just starting to align into your life, and I think that the message for you is to just really pay attention to your dreams and allow your wild side to come out. You know, don't shy away from it. Don't be like, no, I can't be like that. No, I can't. Don't shut it out. I think that the Fae, the Green Man in particular, really wants you to unleash it and embrace it. Let it come out and let it inspire you to inspire other people. Let it inspire you to chase after your dreams, and let it inspire your dreams as well. So I think that's really going to push you to go further and push you to do things that you wouldn't necessarily do in the first place. And I think that's going to push you to grow in a way that maybe you wouldn't grow, or, you know, do things that are out of your comfort zone. And I think that that is part of being wild, part of doing things that you wouldn't normally do, you know. I think that's a really big thing coming out here, you know. Do things out of the box, do things that you normally wouldn't do. Don't be afraid to do things differently. Don't be afraid to be yourself. And I think that you need to be the change that you want to see, and don't wait for someone else to be the change first. Don't be afraid to be the first person to do something. Don't be afraid, you know? That's where this changes. So let's see what other messages what do the Fae want group 3 to know? We have the Spirit Familiar. Seek loving connections and cherish friendships. Exactly. This Perfect Harmony card is talking about that. You seeking loving relationships and connections, cherishing those friendships that you already have that are truly fulfilling you and truly reciprocating that energy towards you. Okay? What do the Fae want group 3 to know? Oh, I feel like this card comes out for every group. The Soothsayer, travel the world, seldom taken. So don't be afraid to do things that other people aren't willing to do or aren't normally doing. I feel like the Fae in general really inspire other people to step outside of the box, because they do things that other people would think is silly, or other people will be like, no, that's, you know, we don't do that. Like, because, you know, they look at humans like, oh, that they're so trivial and so human, you know. That's they're so worried about what other people are thinking and other people are saying about them, when really they're just being themselves and not afraid of what other people are thinking, you know, which is why they're off in their own worlds and they don't care to be seen by humans, because they don't want to be bothered by them. You also have the Forest Walker. Keep courage, be gentle. I love this for you. Exactly what we were saying too about having the courage to go forward on your path. Be gentle with yourself. Don't beat yourself up if you are, you know, going through some things. Show yourself compassion and self-love, but have the courage to pursue what this is and be the change that you want to see. You also have the Gatekeeper. Let go. All things are possible on the borderlands. And it's just about you pushing past your own comfort zones, pushing past the boundaries of your own self, you know. all things are possible on the borderlands. It means living on the edge, you know, embrace your wildness, live on the wild side. I feel like that's the message coming through for you guys a lot here. What do the Fae want group 3 to know? You know, your flowers in particular make me think of wildflowers as well. Wild flowers in particular. What do the Fae want group 3 to know? Oh, I haven't seen this card. Away we fly. Take the cloud roads. Delight in your imagination. Exactly, about your dreams, you know? Really dream big and don't be afraid to dream bigger, because I feel like that's a huge message coming through, is that there are so many things that your dreams have a big role to play in your current path, and it's about you really dreaming big, and you're worthy to receive the abundance that you have in your dreams, and it's time to really make these dreams a reality. The back of your deck is the Wood Wife. Trust your inner wisdom, seriously, because you have so much wisdom within you. You have this Queen of Coins energy at the back of your deck. It's about you. It's really about you harnessing that inner wisdom, harnessing this energy of you, embodying this worker bee energy, this bad bitch energy, and like, and I say bad bitch in the most loving way, you know, and I mean that whether you identify as male, female, them, you know, it doesn't matter. It's about you being a badass, you know, it's about you being the person who can do it all and be still like loving, and still be like this amazing energy who can self-love on themselves, self-love on others, and still get all the shit done that they want to do, you know? It's like that bad bitch energy. I love it so much. And I feel like the Fae energy is coming through, the Green Man is coming through, and they're saying like, you are wild and let it out, let the beast out and let it roam free, and let it inspire you to do and push you past your limits, because you can do so much more than you're capable of, so much more than you think you're capable of. And I think that, you know, a lot of times you think you can't do things, but you really can, you know? So I think that this a little tough love energy coming through here, in which you underestimate your own self, and so then your self-limiting comes through a little here. So yeah, that is where I'm going to leave your reading, group 3. But don't forget to check out Alyssa's reading, the Celtic Fairy Tarot's reading, which I will be dropping her link down below. So please go ahead and check out her reading, because you will have messages there as well from the Fae, and she's an amazing channeler, like I said. Don't forget to smash the like button and comment down below to let me know what you enjoyed, and also subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. And I'll also be linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our family over there, where we have exclusive pick a card and extended readings, as well as our exclusive zodiac monthly predictions, not available here on YouTube. But thank you guys so much for watching and being here and just commenting, subscribing. I appreciate you so much. I love you guys, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye. What's up, group 4? If you chose the B, welcome to your reading. I'm putting your B right here. Sorry it's shaking. Hopefully that's better. But we're going to just channel a little bit before we get into your reading. Just reveal your card first. And you have the Troll Fae. Follow the secret signs, as treasures can be found where you least expect them. I love that. So group 4, I feel like your particular group is, excuse me, I feel like your particular group with the B, tap me into the Fae, please. I feel like you guys have definitely been working really hard, especially with this B energy coming through. I feel like you guys are very hardworking. I feel like you've been working hard on something for quite some time, and it's just about you reaping the benefits now. It's about you taking in all of this abundance coming your way. It's about you collecting the honey. Honestly, that's kind of what I'm seeing. you collecting the honey from all this hard work that you've been doing. It's also you just understanding that there's also going to be honey in places that you least expect to find them. So really pay attention to your surroundings and start appreciating things, even the little things that you have in your life, and you're going to start seeing more things for you to appreciate pop up, and more, you know, blessings come your way, and during times that you least expect it, and during the times that you probably need it the most, honestly. More opportunities, more blessings, abundance is coming your way, and not just materially, not just financially, but also in love, in friendships, in opportunities, in doors opening up for you as well. And I feel like this is just like the sprouting of things coming your way. It's just a lot of it's like it's like the milk and honey card in one of the other oracle decks that I had and I use on the channel coming out. It's called Milk and Honey, and it's really just about you starting to see that come toward you, the land of milk and honey. And it's, you are going to really start benefiting from all of that hard work you've been putting out there. So that's really exciting. So let's see what we get for you guys, group 4. Sorry if you can hear Turbo barking. I left him outside of my room and he is barking at something outside. So there's a 4 of coins in reverse. Let's do the Fae. We want group 4 to know. Oh, it's too many cards here. Let's do the Fae. Want group 4 to know. Whoa. Okay, we have the 6 of Wands. That's better. Oh my gosh, you have a bee. That's so cute. And ironic. Not ironic, but... Okay, we also have Death. What do the Fae want group? The Devil. I need to clarify, please. Can you clarify that Devil card for me? What do the Fae want group 4 to know? Hanging Spirit. Okay. I'm gonna just move these over. You have the 9 of Cups on the back of your deck, which is confirming. Okay, I'm gonna move this more. I know that glare is probably annoying and I apologize. Okay, so let's see. Now we're gonna reveal let's reveal these before I get into this. We have number 10, open your heart. It's beautiful. We also have 2, roots of abundance. Yep. Number 2 again, communication. Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. And number 8, abundance. Holy moly. Okay. Wow, guys. Okay. So, wow. Right off the bat, you guys, I just want to say how much energy of abundance is here. Obviously, I just talked so much about abundance coming through with the bee energy and collecting your honey. So So that is no doubt a big energy coming through for you guys. But I do want to talk about how there is this message coming through as well about you guys not only reaching success, but being very careful and mindful about this getting in to a little bit of a cycle here. It's like this energy of like working too much, you know, because you can get addicted to the success. You can get attached to the success and the outcome, and trapped in this mindset of, you know, you have to keep going and going and going because of you achieving this goal and this recognition and this abundance and this success. And, you know, while it does feel good to get all of these recognitions and the successes, it's not necessary. It's not something that is needed, and it's just fueling your ego. And I think that the main thing coming through here is like understanding that your abundance and success is not defined by recognition from other people. It's not defined by awards. It's not defined necessarily by money, and it's not defined by material things either. So you need to be really mindful of that energy that you're hanging on to, and be very careful about how you move forward in this energy, because you need to open your heart to other things. Understand that these abundances and this success coming your way is also found in other forms. Okay? It's about you really getting grounded here and opening your heart up to communication and love from other people, and understanding that abundance comes in other forms, in forms of, like I was saying earlier, love, friendship, and relationships, and as well as opportunities coming toward you, you know, not just money and material things. So don't get caught up in that. Don't get caught up in that ego part of it. Don't get caught up in, like, you know, what society tells us success and abundance is, you know, like I said. And same with this trophy message here. Follow the secret signs, as treasures can be found where you least expect them. So that's a really big message coming through today from your Fae, from your Fae, and I think it's a message from obviously the troll Fae, and it's about you really grounding yourself, because you might get too much in your head. Your ego, your head is getting too big. It's taking up too much space. I feel like we're just too much here. And I kind of think you need to shift your perspective on what abundance and success really looks like and what it is to you. Understanding that, yes, you can definitely, I'm not saying don't accept it and don't go for this. Definitely, you know, take it all in, but don't keep going for it. At some point, you know, you need to be like, okay, that's great. Be satisfied with it. Okay, be satisfied with it, and don't be all too consumed by it. Don't let it consume you, and keep going and going and going, because you need to get yourself out of the clouds and back into the ground. Ground yourself, root yourself so deeply here in this, with this roots of abundance. Ground yourself so deep, where you trust and believe in your abundance, that you don't need to worry about, like, if you take a little break and you spend time with those that truly matter to you, and you harness and you nurture those relationships, and you spend quality time, and you self-love, self-care, so that you don't burn out. Because with this energy, I feel like that's kind of this energy here, is that you're going to end up having a burnout phase, and things might fall apart and things like that. And it could be things that you're working on, and it could be relationships in your life that might fall apart as well. So you need to understand that you need to take a step back, and you need to ground yourself so deeply and trust and believe in the abundance that you are worthy of. And that, sorry guys, my microphone cut out again. But yes, this is just about you understanding that there is so much more that meets the eye when it comes to your abundance and your success. Understanding that You can fill your abundance cups in so many other ways, and it's coming toward you as long as you understand that. Grounding yourself so deeply and understanding and trusting and believing that abundance is coming toward you. And the world is so full of limitless potential, and it will nourish you. And based on what you believe in, as long as you stay grounded and steadfast, then um, nothing can what do you call it, uproot you from it, because your roots are grounded so deeply into the earth, right? You're so grounded and you're so rooted into what you believe in. Also, when it comes to communication, it's all about you understanding that it's a good time for you to move ahead with any projects right now, any ideas and plans. Stay with it, stick with it, follow through. Don't flake out on it, you know? So, step up as far as like when it comes to being enthusiastic and, you know, when it comes to like being, working with other people as well. Open up your heart and just be a team player, you know, work with other people really well. I feel like work with bees, as far as like working with others, that's a great thing that you have going for you already. So continue to do that. You have a lot of 2 energy here, right here. So that just makes me think a lot of balance, duality, also unions. So I think that's a good thing already. Partnerships coming through as well. So that's something coming through pretty strong. But yes, definitely a lot of that energy is coming through for you as far as like what surrounds you in terms of your abundance. Also, with this open your heart energy here, I feel like you also need to understand that everyone has an opportunity to experience this unconditional love, and at the deepest level, as long as you're willing to be open. And so you just need to really change your perspective as far as like understanding that this eternal love can really nurture you and give you the strength to really endure and bring you joy in your life. Because I feel like sometimes we might be feeling like lackluster in terms of like our passion when it comes to this, just because we have this 4 of coins in the reverse. I feel like sometimes if we hit a little roadblock, we can kind of like be a little down a little bit. Not to say that you sit in it very long, but understand that, you know, just if you hit a roadblock or if you hit a no, that wasn't for you. You know, rejections for your protection. I like to say that a lot. But really, it's because a new opportunity is around the corner. Someone else better suited for you is around the corner. You know, I feel like that's something that you need to understand. It says the success card right here. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. So it's just being open to that, understanding that success is defined by love. That's crazy. How they use that in the success card. So being open to that love and understanding that abundance has to do with love and leading from an open heart, and understanding that, you know, what the Fae is coming through to say here, in particular with the Troll Fae, is understanding that when it comes to bringing in all of this abundance, your honey, collecting all of your honey, it's not necessarily focused so hard on, like I said, the material things and the finance things, but also on the love that you have around you being given to you, and be open to receiving that love. Okay, I feel like that's a huge thing. Don't be afraid to communicate with other people how you feel about them and how you appreciate them as well. I feel like that's something that you don't necessarily share all the time. I feel like there's so many there might be people in your life where you're like peas in a pod. So um don't forget to express that to them, communicate to them how you appreciate them, because I feel like that will really go a long way in terms of um making them feel like you appreciate them. So what do the Fae want you to know? What do the Fae want you to know? Group 4. strange journeys. Take control of your quiet. Choose your companions wisely. Yeah, so it's about peas in a pod, you know, like don't let any, like, maybe it's about, like, you know, knowing who your peas are, you know, know who your people are. Get it? Your people. Okay, that was lame. But you know what I mean? It's about knowing who your people are. Seriously. Okay, I gotta stop. But and understanding that not every person is for you, and that's okay, you know. Choosing your companions wisely, because there are some people who are just only out to drain you, only out to take advantage of you, only out to, you know, sabotage your journey and use you to make them progress faster, things like that, you know. You also have She of the Mossy Bray. Not all things are as they seem. Trust your intuition. Another energy here of really just being mindful of those who might be not, excuse me, who might be just not your cup of tea, you know, who might be just trying to use you for um, their own expenses, you know, their own gains, if you will. So I feel like that's a big energy here. Just watch out for those certain people, because when people are watching you succeed and seeing how much abundance is coming your way, it's really easy to try and swoop in and take from you. You know what I mean? What do the Fae want group 4 to know? Take credit for all the work that you're doing. I feel like Green Witch, connect to the spirits and energy of your local landscape, seek enchantment. Yeah, so I feel like this is a lot about you really grounding yourself as well. Be so grounded and so rooted in what you believe in as well, so pay attention to that. Okay, what do the Fae want group 4 to know? We have the Mandragora Mother. Love it. Find the secrets hidden in the brambles. Oh my gosh, sorry. Terrible. It's like barking at something. So, this is just about you understanding that there are secrets all around you. There are abundances that you are not seeing all around you, and there are also things that you are not seeing. There are things hiding all around you as well. So that goes back to this as well, following the secret signs, as treasures can be found where you least expect them. I think that's another nod to that. So let's get one more. We have the Mandrake Spirit. Keep yourself rooted in the earth. Spring is coming. Dream deep. Yeah, another nod to keeping yourself rooted. Really keep your dreams rooted as well, so that nothing can, like I said, uproot you. Understand that you are so worthy of all of the things coming your way, all of the roots and all of the abundances and the success coming your way. You're worthy of it. So it says keep going, trust in yourself. You have all you need. Seriously, you really do. You really do. Keep going. You have all you need. You don't need to go and try to keep doing, getting more and more and more, because you have all you need. And it's like, just open your eyes and see, open your heart and see that you have the abundances all around you in the places that you're just not looking. You know what I mean? So appreciate that. But that is where I'm going to leave your reading group 4. That's what I'm seeing and hearing from the Fae messages for you. Don't forget to check out Alyssa's reading, Celtic Fairy Tales reading for you, and head over to her channel. I'm going to link her video down below in the description box if you haven't already checked her out. Please go ahead and do so, because you will have messages over there as well. But go ahead and check her out, please. She's amazing and so magical. I love her so much. But that is where I'm going to leave your reading group 4. Please go ahead and smash the like button. Sorry, Turbo is just barking like crazy. So seriously, be hyper vigilant about all the things, because that's him going off every little noise and every little thing. So be be super aware. But go ahead and smash the like button and comment down below to let me know how you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. And I'll also be linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our family over there, where we have exclusive pick a card readings and our exclusive extended and our exclusive monthly zodiac prediction readings, which I will be dropping at the end of the month, not available here on YouTube. So I'll be super happy to have you there as well. And yes, thank you guys so much for just commenting, liking, and subscribing. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for watching. It means the world, and I love you guys. See you guys soon. Bye.